guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. All right, so before we get started on today's video, happy Friday, by the way, I want to remind you guys to please go to my website at letstalkdarling.com. Scroll on up to the top where you can see all of my social media platforms. Connect with me there, and then scroll on down to the bottom where you can also connect with me by inputting your email address, and I will make sure to keep you in the loop on the juicy stuff that I come across that I cannot share on any of my social platforms because, as you know, it will probably get me banned. The other thing is you can also go to the link in my description box where you can donate to the channel if you so wish to do so. That helps me keep this going, keep the information coming, keep the research going. It also helps me expand the channel as well. All right, so speaking of censorship, I wanted to kind of do a little update on a video that I had done previously about a oversight board that Facebook has now created. I say now, but they've been working on this since 2018. It was just now implemented in October, but they have officially ruled on their first 5 cases, and I was surprised, you guys, to see how the ruling actually turned out. And I wanted to share with you guys because I was like, wait a minute, just a second, hold up. Is there hope for our future? So let me kind of go into this really quick. If you do not know what the Facebook Oversight Board is, this is a board currently of about 20 members that are made up of people that do not really work at Facebook, do not have any concern for Facebook's financials, for Facebook's media, presence, any of that stuff. Their main concern is to basically review any posts that a moderator that does work for Facebook would have deemed as hate speech or incitement of violence or too sexual in nature, that type of thing, okay? So I want to stress to you that these people are not the moderators of Facebook. These are not the people that would like put that little post, the fact check warning on your post. That's not these people. When you get that warning, there's an option to appeal the decision, like if your page gets taken down or your post gets taken down. So that appeal goes to this group of people. Now, who are these groups of people? You can actually go online and see some of their faces. I don't know if they've actually like published all of their faces, but they do have kind of like a list going. The list is going to grow. There's going to be more people added. Now, what's interesting about it is there are obviously people from the United States, but there's a lot of people that are also international folks. We have lawyers, professors, CEOs of companies. Again, no tie to Facebook whatsoever, okay? So these people have reached a total of about 150 appeals that have come their way from either like the user themselves or like other companies that deemed a post offensive. So people that would have reported a post or the person themselves that actually owned the post, okay? So they have the right to appeal these decisions, and this board has received about 150,000. And yesterday, they made their first ruling on 5, okay? So I don't know exactly what all 5 were about, but I'll give you detail on a few. Now, here is where it gets interesting, okay? Out of the 5 appeals that they had to look at, okay, that were reviewed, 4 of them were overturned, which means the decision that Facebook made to deem the post inappropriate, take it down, etc., they overturned that decision and are allowing the post now to be shown and no longer censored. Very interesting. Only one, okay, wait, let me go back. So one of the posts that had, I'm bringing this up because I also made a video about this. Many people have made a video about this, but it was a post about COVID-19 and hydroxychloroquine. Okay, so some of you guys might remember a video that I posted. It's no longer on the internets because it was taken down. But it was Dr. Stella Emanuel talking about the effectiveness of a hydroxychloroquine and combining it with azithromycin or a Z-Pak to help combat the symptoms of COVID-19. Now, if you posted or reposted anything about this, Facebook would take that post down, or they would slap a warning on it that you were passing along false information, and then they would link, to the CDC, of course, like the mecca of true information, right? Anyways, so that particular post was one of the four that is an example of one of the four that was overturned and now allowed because they really didn't deem it harmful to the Facebook community. So that is what really, really intrigued me to like keep reading about this and see what else they were doing. Now, the other, one of the other reviews that they did was actually upheld, and that contained, I think, some type of like a hate slur or something like that. I believe it had something to do with either the violence that was going on in Armenia or Myanmar, I believe it was. Maybe it was that one. Anyways, it was about hate speech and it was a slur, and they deemed that it was, to uphold the decision that Facebook originally made to remove the post from their platform. Nevertheless, I was intrigued when I saw this because I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Like, I honestly thought that this was a, oversight board that was separate from Facebook, but it really wasn't, right? So they were just going to like side with Facebook. But I was really pleasantly surprised to see that they didn't side with Facebook. Now, critics, okay, I don't know who these critics are. I'm guessing who these critics are, and I'll talk about that in just a second. But critics are saying that they're not too really impressed about this board at all. They don't really see a big deal in the decisions that they've made thus far, given the flood of misinformation that constantly gets seen on, platforms like Facebook, and that still remain there to this day, because they really feel like Facebook is choosy about who they censor and who they don't censor. Okay. They also say that this board is really taking a tiny percentage of cases in comparison to how many posts get censored on their platform each day and how many other systemic issues actually exist at the company in general. So they really feel like, this really is not going to do much of a difference. Okay. The biggest thing that is yet to come is the decision about whether to keep former President Donald Trump banned for life from Facebook. So this board is going to be reviewing, I think they've started it, or they're going to start it today. They have 90 days to make a decision, but they're going to be reviewing to see whether, they want to uphold Facebook's decision to permanently remove and ban Donald Trump from the platform. And this is going to be huge because this is going to set the tone. Okay. This is going to be the one that people are really paying attention to. Okay. Now, as I stated, they're in the early stages of this particular review. Donald Trump himself is allowed to send in a written statement kind of defending his right to remain on the platform. And then the general public is also allowed to weigh in, and they will be taking those comments into consideration as well. Now, I don't know if Donald Trump really cares if he gets banned from Facebook or not, or if he has written a statement. I don't know. Maybe we'll find out about that later. But the decision is still to come, and it will definitely tell us how speech will be regulated on social media from here on out. Now, I have heard rumblings that Twitter is putting together a similar board, but nobody trusts Jack Dorsey, so I don't know. I mean, not that we trust Mark Zuckerberg, but I don't know. Okay, so here's the tea that I have for you guys, and I came across this very, very by accident, okay? So I was doing a search for Facebook Oversight Board, and I found this post, which I will link below. Some of you guys might find it interesting. Some of you guys may not. I found it extremely interesting because I'm a dork like that. But this post on YouTube was titled "The Real Facebook Oversight Board." So I was like, wait, what is this? What it was a Zoom call. And I think there were like 15 or 20 people on there. There were people from like law professors were on there, social justice warriors from, multiple universities, foundations, foundations, civil rights type groups and things like that. Like if AOC had a softball team named SJW Warriors or the Social Justice Warriors, these people would make up the team, okay? That gives you an idea of who these people are. Anyways, what they were doing was they were kind of given some time to state their position about the actual Facebook Oversight Board. And then the media was also on this call, like various media outlets were on this call to ask questions of these people based on what they were saying. I know that sounds like really weird. Maybe I'll put a little clip in here so you can see kind of what I'm talking about.
79% want Facebook to do more to protect democracy. 91% want it to fix misinformation as a matter of the greatest urgency to democracy. So if Mark Zuckerberg doesn't want to listen to Maria Ressa or Larry Tribe or Shoshana Zuboff or any of the other great people who have put their time into this, listen to the American public, because they are telling you, Mr. Zuckerberg, that your time is up one way or another. You can get on the right side of this, or you can continue to prevaricate and hide behind your political deals. That's where we are.
Anyways, I was really intrigued by these people because I was like, wait a minute, these people are the reason why Mark Zuckerberg had to put together this oversight board. I thought it was people like, you and me who are just like sick and tired of it, but no. He's got pressure from these SJW types, around the globe, because some of these people were from Africa and whatnot. He's got pressure from these people because they feel like Facebook doesn't do enough to censor even the right, in general. And, they said they have been for years complaining to him, and they said, time is up. You need to do something. So I think he did this so he didn't have to answer to these people, because what happens is when the Facebook Oversight Board, the actual Facebook Oversight Board, makes a decision, it is final. Mark Zuckerberg cannot overturn their decision. He cannot do anything about it. So it's a little bit of a bitch ass punk move, if you ask me, because like Mark Zuckerberg is like, well, I really don't want to face the music about the decisions that I'm making. So I'm going to create this quote unquote board to kind of like feel the heat, like take the heat for me. When they make a decision, I'm just going to be like, well, hands off, the board said it, it is what it is, and I can't do anything about it. So I just kind of feel like that was really interesting, and I kind of feel like it's going to backfire on them, because what's going to happen is this board is going to come in and they're going to rule whatever way they rule, and then the SJW, Team AOC type people aren't going to be happy, and they're going to start to attack the board, and then, the board's probably going to sue Mark Zuckerberg, and then the whole thing is just going to explode on itself. Anyways, I wanted to fill you guys in on that tea, because I want you guys to pay attention to this, and I want you guys to like kind of stay on the up and up. I'm going to do my best to keep you on the up and up about it, because I'm really intrigued now, especially about how they're going to rule on Donald Trump. If they rule to not ban Donald Trump, that's going to be a game changer, because these SJW woke types are going to be pissed, okay? They're going to be pissed, and it's really going to set the tone for like how Twitter is going to act, even how this platform is going to act. They're going to have to put Parler back on and stop, bullying other people. Anyways, I won't go on anymore, but I want to know what you guys think in the comments box below. Let me know if you find this interesting. Let me know if you've been following it. Let me know what you think. If you think I'm kind of onto something as far as like, are they going to like end up cannibalizing each other in the end of this? And do you think this board is going to rule fairly based on what we've seen so far? Now, I don't know how often they meet. I don't know how often we're going to be kind of led into the decisions and how much transparency there's going to be there, but I'm going to be paying attention, and I hope you guys are paying attention 2. Please do not forget to like this video. Do not forget to share this video. And do not forget to subscribe to my channel. Happy Friday, guys. I love you, and I will see you next week. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.